Next time, what about your weekend, Alex? How was your weekend?
Fine, all fine, Mike. I want to say, I want to say you that I'm sorry
Sure.
about yesterday. I didn't send you a message. I couldn't connect to the class, and I forgot send you
Very good.
a message.
Don't worry, Alex. Don't worry. Very good. Okay. So, Alex, tell me, Alex, what about your weekend, Alex? What do you do?
Then in my last weekend,
Yes, last weekend. Very good.
well, for example, yeah, the last weekend I don't remember. The on
Okay, okay.
Saturday on Saturday I well, on Saturday I had like a meeting here in my house with a couple of friends. They came
Very good.
to to talk, and we drank a couple of beers. We we were playing a couple of of games, um,
Very good.
and I think that was the interesting thing in on Saturday. On the Sunday, uh,
Alex, I will reconnect to the meeting, Alex. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
just
Oh, yeah, Alex. Can you hear me now? Yes.
yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Good, Alex. Okay, so something happened to the headphones. Okay, they make a strange noise. Okay, Alex. So it was a very relaxing weekend, Alex. And what about this yesterday, Alex? How was it yesterday?
Yesterday, well, all the week I was working in the new job. To
Very good.
this week I feel better than the past
Okay.
because yes, at least I understand what the people are talking about. So the last week was awful in that sense because I didn't understand anything. So it was complicated for me. But this week it's better. I
Very
am
good.
I am understanding the process, the products, the customers. Actually, I happy because I am happy because today I confirmed two meetings with the new customers to talk about a new possible business. So for me, it's a good notice because that's the reason that I take um, the new
A new job.
opportunity,
All right.
the
All
new
right.
job. Yes, because I need to I need to grow up the actual business. I would like to duplicate the business in the following 2 or 3 years. So I think that it's a very interesting challenge, and I think that it's a, a good beginning.
Okay. 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 Oh, excellent. So you are having some new clients for the business, like, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, tomorrow I will have meeting with Aeromexico.
All right, all right.
My idea is selling uh, a small package of quinoa bites.
All right, all right.
So they, if we if we make the deal,
Good.
they can offer the product at their customers on the flights. In for example,
Oh,
in when I when I was working in Nerdes,
very good,
we sell the Haagen Dazs ice cream in a small
very good.
presentation, like
All right.
100 uh, grams
Milligrams. Very good.
milligrams. So they the Aeromexico offered that product in international flights. I remember that only in the flights from
Sure.
Mexico City to Paris and Madrid, I think, in a business class.
Okay. Oh, so I think Alex that the business was good there, no? Right?
Yes, it is not a huge business, but it is a simple, a easy business because they buy you the product and they don't sell the product at the customers. They give the product, so you you don't have problems with the prices, with the margin, with the you only need to close the cost, and I think that it's a simple business to start.
Very good. Ah, okay. So yes, Alex, because exactly they offer that as a service, okay, to passengers, no?
Yes,
Very
yes,
good.
yes.
Okay. Okay,
So
okay, Alex.
for me, it's important in this in these first weeks,
Very good.
uh, give a result, because I think that they, because I think that um, good that I think that if I give a result, a fast result, I think that
Very good.
I will be less stressed in my work.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Alex, you feel like stress, Alex?
Yes, because I don't remember if I told you what I but this new contract with this new company. It is
Yes.
it is a remuneration. It is an it has an important salary.
Ah, okay, okay,
So
okay.
I have a, I have I have pressure
Very good. Very good.
in this role.
Very good. Okay. But I think, Alex, that you will do it great. Okay. No, I don't think
Okay.
that's going to be a problem for you, Alex. No, I'm sure you will do great.
Yes,
No?
yes. The first days I was concerned
Okay.
about, because I didn't understand a lot of things, and but I think that it's normal. Now I feel better. I think that the challenge is interesting, but I think that I can do it.
Exactly. 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 And mainly, Alex, because you have the experience. No, it's not something new for you. Okay, something that you have done for I don't know for a long time, no, Alex. And I'm sure, Alex, that you know the
Yes,
market. No?
yes, sure.
Very good, Alex. Excellent, Alex. Okay. Alex, and what about today, Alex? How was it today?
Today, I was in the office in the morning. I continue doing exercise every day. Um, one of the things that I don't like about the new job is that every day my first meeting is start at 7:40 a.m. So that is not easy for me.
Oh, super early, Alex. 7:40?
7:40.
Early, no?
Yes, yes, and the next of the following meeting is start at 8:50. So
Oh,
it is for me it's not I'm not um I'm not acostumbrado.
yes. Ah, re ve, Alex. I'm not. Ahí lo voy a poner en el chat aquí de la reunión. I'm not. Ahí, recuerda, ok. I'm not accustomed to working, no sé,
I
in that way, no? Okay. I'm not
yes
accustomed to working in.
I'm not accustomed to working in that way because I think that it's too much having a meeting every day, because you talk about the same topics, and a lot of times you don't you the problems don't doesn't the problems don't solve in 1 day. You need maybe 3 days or 1 week or 1 week. I don't know. I think that it's a repetitive meaning.
Exactly, Alex. Okay. So, Alex, and after those early meetings, Alex, what do you usually do?
Well, I start with my with my activities. Maybe in this moment I don't have a lot of meetings because I think that it was my first days. But
Very
maybe in the following weeks I will have more meetings. Also, I need to to talk with the team about the priorities, about the things that we need to solve in this day, or the things that are more important for us in the schedule.
Very good, Alex. Okay, Alex. Very good. Okay. Alex, and how do you feel with your team? Do you feel comfortable with your new, I mean, with the people who are your co-workers, Alex, or your alternates,
Well,
Alex? How do you feel with them?
actually, I was talking with my girlfriend at the beginning. I was not I was not feel comfortable with, for example, with Armando. Armando is one of my is one of is one person of my team, and
Very good.
I didn't feel comfortable with him because, for example, I'm 32 years old, and he's 45, I think. So
Okay, okay.
it is like a weird situation uh, where you have a very very young boss. Maybe for him um, is not easy, and for me also is weird. So, uh, but uh, but I think that in these days I was talking with them a lot, and I think it's a good team. I think that if they accept the change that I am proposing.
Very good.
I think that we are we can do a good team.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, Alex. That is important, Alex, no? That is important, okay,
Yes.
to have a good and helpful team. Very good. Okay, Alex, look at this. I'm going to share my screen with you, okay? So there it goes, okay? It's like this,
Thank
okay?
you.
Here, Alex, is obviously August 13. No, today is August 14, okay? Look at this. 2025 says goal. By the end of the class, the students will practice the uses of would correctly, okay? Here is
Yes.
Alex,
Oh,
read the sentences in the grammar box.
just
Sure,
Mike, can you give me a minute? I need to
sure,
go for my
sure,
notes.
sure, go ahead, yes, sure.
I'm ready,
Very
Mike.
good, okay. So he says, read the sentences in the grammar box, match them with the rules below. It says, would you mind telling us that story you told me earlier? I wouldn't accept it. I had to stand up for myself, okay? You will think so. She asks, okay, if I would leave the room. In the early days, I would run up against attitudes like that a lot. Porque bueno, cuando it says use would, okay, to refer to past
Yes.
habits or typical expectations, okay, or expected behavior. Is to make a polite request, sentence. To express an opinion in a polite way, sentence. To report a statement or a question with will, sentence. To talk about what something is willing or unwilling to do. For example,
Yes.
number one says, I refer to past habit or typical expected behavior. That is sentence E. According to the examples here, this is a clear use of E. In the early days, I would run up against attitudes like that a lot. Okay. What about Alex? The next Alex, it says to make a polite request, Alex. Which letter is that, Alex? To
Um,
make a what do you think, Alex?
to make a polite request,
Very
would
good.
you mind telling us that story you told me earlier?
Exactly. That's letter A. Okay. Very good, Alex.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Alex, to express an opinion, okay, in a polite way.
Uh, to express an opinion in a polite way.
Wait, very good.
Um, I
To express
wouldn't
an opinion in a
accept it.
polite
I had to stand up for myself.
for myself, okay. Well, this one, Alex, letter B is an example of number 5, okay. Here, I will
Okay.
say this one. To talk about what someone is willing, whether deseoso o no deseoso de hacer, willing or unwilling to do. I will not accept it. I had to stand up for myself. I would say that is letter B. Okay.
Okay.
What was the next to express an opinion in a polite way?
To express an opinion in a polite way. You think so?
Exactly, you think so. Okay, tú pensarías eso. Usted pensaría eso. Very good. And finally, Alexia, to report a statement or a question with will, she asks if I would leave the room. Okay.
Leave the room.
Excellent, Alex. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Alex. I prepared something for you, Alex. Look at this. Let me go here, Alex. Okay. And I'm going to share, Alex, this file with you. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm going to share it there on the WhatsApp group. Okay. It's there. Okay. That is a file in which I explain fully. Okay. The uses of wood. Okay. Also, Alex, I also prepare a website for you. Okay. Explaining the uses of wood. There it is. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me share screen with you. Okay. There it is. Okay.
Yes.
So the first link, Alex, is this file. Okay. Super easy. It says understanding the uses of wool. It says wool is a versatile modal verb in English that can be used in various contexts. Okay. From expressing desires to forming conditional sentences. This document will explore the different uses of would, providing clear explanations and examples for each. Number one, expressing conditional sentences, type 2 and 3. It says, would is a key component, okay, of conditional sentences, particularly in type 2 hypothetical situations in the present or future, and type 3 hypothetical situations in the past. For example, if X happened, okay, Y will happen. For example, if I won the lottery, I will travel the world. Winning the lottery is hypothetical. She will be happier if she changed her job. Okay, changing jobs is hypothetical. For example, Alex, let's write example 3. Okay, look at this. Example 3. Alex, what would you do if you won the lottery, Alex? What would you do, Alex, if you won the lottery?
If I won the lottery,
Good.
I I would invest the money for for I would invest the money
Good.
uh, for never work again, working again.
Me too, Alex. Me too. Me too, Alex.
Yeah.
Exactly, Alex. Very good. Okay, me too, Alex. Okay. Very good, Alex. Alex,
Yes.
would you travel the world, Alex? If you won the money, the lottery, Alex, would you travel the world? Will you travel around the world, Alex?
Yes, not in a, for example, not in a fast way. I think that I would like continue with normal holidays, maybe 2 or 3 times of the year, not for
Very
a
good.
longer periods out of the country because I I I in my life I when I travel to another country, I suffer a lot with the food, with the custom.
Oh,
It's not
really?
easy for me. Yes,
Oh. So, Alex, you have a bad time with the food.
yes. For example, in Spain, for me, I don't know
Sure.
what what have the food in Spain, but the first my first time in well, my only my my only travel to Barcelona. The
Good.
the food it's heavy. It was heavy for me. I don't have a good experience. And the last year in Madrid, I was intoxicated with the food. So
Oh,
it's
really, Alex?
yeah.
So Alex, that was a hard experience. So, Alex, was the food, fíjate, ahí le pondré en el chat más. Was the food spoiled, Alex? Fíjate, Alex, spoiled, echado a perder, descompuesto, descompuesta. Was the
I
food
don't
spoiled,
know.
Alex?
I don't know because well in Madrid you can eat a lot of jamón serrano.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
I think that maybe one or two, well, one of these food or this kind of food, maybe it was food spoiled.
Spoiled food. Ah, okay,
Yes.
Alex. Alex, I have never eaten serrano ham, Alex. What is it like? Is it delicious, Alex? Is it too salty? Is it very strong? I don't know. I have never tried it. Usually, Alex,
for,
I chicken out. I chicken. Wait, 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 okay. I chicken out
okay.
serrano ham. I chicken out serrano ham, que es, le tengo miedo al
Mhm.
jamón serrano. I chicken out serrano ham, Alex.
No, for me it's delicious. I love the serrano jam. That's the reason that I ate a lot of serrano jam in Madrid, because
All right.
it is cheap, but obviously it's it's cheaper go to supermarket and buy the the product in here in Mexico. And no, I think that it's for me it's delicious. Is when, for example, when I have a meeting or here in my house, uh, my girlfriend she's or she like to do like a table with cheese or and jam or
Oh,
whatever
yes, yes.
fruit. She had a lot of ability with that, and we
Delicious. So good.
enjoyed prepare a table with some snacks. Obviously, serrano
Very good.
jam is the principal, and I think you should try, Mike, because you can find the supermarket. I think that it's a little bit expensive
Okay,
because,
okay.
for example, 100 grams, maybe it has a cost of 100 pesos, for example.
All right, all right. Alex, but
But
that ham, do
yes,
you or should I, Alex? A ver, te voy a enseñar este verbo, mira, mira, Alex.
uh-huh.
Shall I cook that ham?
No,
Fíjate, Alex, ese, Alex, fíjate, voy a empezar, ¿no? Fíjate, espera. Ese verbo, Alex, espera, te lo comparto. That verb, Alex, is a very special verb. Okay, there it goes.
okay,
Ya que estamos viendo esto de Google, ok, mira, te voy a presentar al verbo shall. Okay.
yes,
Shall, Alex, is the very formal way of saying
uh-huh.
should.
Okay,
Okay.
yes,
However, Alex, shall only works for two people. You can only use shall with two people, with I and with we. For example, Alex, my question was, for shall
shall
I
we?
cook that ham? No. Or shall
Yes,
we, I don't know, it says, shall we, I don't know, clean our room? Okay.
yes, yes,
Remember, Alex, only with I and with we. Never, Alex, with you, for example. For example, because if you say you shall arrive on time. No.
no,
Why? Because
no, no,
shall
no. Okay,
only accepts the combination or the conjugation with I and we. However, should, Alex, with any person and any pronoun. For example, like here, you can say, for example, should I should I
yes,
cook that ham? Okay. Or should she, for example, okay, should she clean her room?
her- okay,
Okay. Or any person, Alex.
perfect.
Shall, Alex, is very, very formal. This is very formal English. And the more, let's say, like a standard way is should. Okay.
Okay,
It means that should
perfect.
is informal and shall is formal, very, very formal, okay? For writing, for
Perfect.
communication, okay, for speaking. So, Alex, shall I cook that
Yes.
ham, Alex?
No, no. The Serrano jam shouldn't cook, Mike.
Shouldn't be, okay, ahí va, ahí lo ponete. Fíjense, Serrano,
Shouldn't be
Serrano ham,
cooked.
very good.
Uh-huh.
Be, should not be cooked. Ah, okay, Alex. No,
Once,
Alex.
once. Well, when you don't have a plan for the weekend, or you have nothing to do, Mike, my
Sure.
recommendation is you can buy a baguette
Very good. Yes.
and cut in a slides on slides
Very good. On the slides. Good.
to do as tapas, and you
Okay.
and you put a piece of bread with a little of serrano jam and one
Very good.
couple and one glass of wine
Very good.
and a good movie, and that it's a perfect plan with your wife.
Oh, thank you, Alex. That's a very good piece of advice. Okay. That's a very good piece of advice. Okay. Excellent, Alex.
actually
Very good.
actually actually maybe I will propose to Angie that we are going to have that we're going to do that tomorrow
Very good.
because well we I don't remember when we do that the last time. When did that the last time?
When we did that last time, we did, because I don't remember, okay,
When
when we did that
last time?
for the last time. Very good. Excellent, Alex.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. All right, very good. I continue sharing. So that is one of the uses for would. Okay. Okay, Alex. This one says type 3 conditional. Used to talk about hypothetical situations in the past and their consequences. For example, if you had studied harder, you would have passed the exam. The real thing is that you didn't study harder. Example 2. They
Okay.
would have arrived on time if they hadn't missed the bus. In real, okay, in fact, they missed the bus, okay? Look at this, Alex,
Yes.
example, this, Alex, example
Three.
3, Alex. What would you have done differently if you had known, okay, all the knowledge you have so far? There, Alex, okay, so far. Alex, what would you have done differently, okay, if you
Mhm.
had known all the knowledge, or if you had had, I will say, if you had had all the knowledge, okay, that you have so far, Alex. For example, let me tell you about me, okay?
Yes.
If I had had all the knowledge, Alex, that I have so far, Alex, when I was, I don't know, Alex, when I was in university studying my major, the BA in English, Alex, it was like, I don't know, like 30 years ago or more. It was in 1992 when I began to study the major, and I finished it in
Okay.
1997. If I had had all the knowledge in that age of my life, Alex, I would have spent more time studying. Why? Alex? Because when I finished my major as any sophomore, I started to look for a job, I started to work, and I started to make money. I made the mistake of falling in love with money, and I didn't study for a long time. Okay, quite recently, Alex, and I am speaking recently of about 6 years ago, Alex. I
Yes.
finished my master degree, and I have finished my doctorate degree in innovation for education, Alex. But for a long time of my life, Alex, I didn't study. Okay, and that's bad, Alex. For me, it was I complain about that. So if I had known, if I had had all the knowledge,
Yes.
Alex, go on. I would have gone on studying. I would have wasted my time. Okay, what are you,
Okay.
Alex? What are you, Alex?
That's
What would sure, sure.
yes. In my case, Mike, for example, I think that in my when I was teenager,
Good.
I would learn English a lot because for example, when I was in the college, I think that I lost a couple of of opportunities about for the English. So for
Oh,
me,
oh, really, Alex?
yes, in two important companies. The first one was Philip Morris. I was in a process in Philip Morris.
Really, Morris, Alex,
I
that's
think
an
that
important company, huh?
yes, for me it was like a dream because the we in that year we apply for the scholar like we apply for the program, a students program in Philip Morris,
Very
like
good.
5,000 of 5,000 of students
Oh,
for yes for in some universities.
very good, Alex.
So after all the after all the filters,
Good.
we were in the final only 42, and
42.
the
And you
final,
were in the group, Alex?
yes, yes,
Okay.
they sent us an invitation to be a part of the assessment in an important hotel here in Mexico in Reforma, and
Okay, okay, okay.
we, that it was a long day for me because I didn't have the skill of the English skills very good in that moment as
Oh,
now.
okay, okay, okay.
and and when I arrived at the event,
Very good.
the people of the employees of Philip Morris said to us, "Well, welcome to the in Spanish, welcome to the assessment, but uh, all the proof are going to be in English, so the Spanish está prohibido, está
Ah, yes,
forbidden.
I'm going to write that.
No,
Okay. Spanish is forbidden. Ahí está. Spanish is forbidden.
yes, exactly.
Oh,
And
really?
when they said that, my hair broke. And
Ah, claro.
obviously for me, yes, obviously I had I have a bad performance in the proof because I cannot explain a lot of things, and I couldn't show my commercial skills in that moment. So I
Okay.
think for a moment that I will be part of Philip Morris, and
Okay,
it's
okay,
a
Alex.
company which paid a lot of money, a
Oh,
lot.
really, Alex? So the salaries are high?
Yes, very very high. For example, we in that moment for the students who
Sure.
work for a student who work in Philip Morris, they paid you like, I think that 15,000 pesos per month,
Oh, in what year was it, Alex? In what year was it?
maybe 2000 for 2014, 2014,
Okay, 2014,
like
very good.
10, 11 years ago, or 12 years ago. I don't remember.
That is a good salary, Alex. That is an excellent salary.
Yes, yes, because it is a part time, and you're a student,
Exactly.
you're studying,
Like,
you're in the college, but you are working maybe 4 or 5 hours at the day, but you have a good salary for a student. For example, my first salary as a student was 6,000 pesos, like the third
very good.
part of that.
Ah, yeah, Alex. Okay, okay, okay. And then, Alex, what did you learn from that, Alex? What did you learn from that experience, Alex?
The, I learned that the English uh, open the doors, not in the troubles, open the doors in the jobs.
Exactly, 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 Alex, exactly, exactly. Exactly, Alex. Very good, Alex. Very good. So, yeah, Alex. And
Yeah,
I agree with you, Alex. Okay. Very well, Alex. Okay.
yes.
So this one was okay for tier conditional. Okay. Also, yeah, Alex, number two, expressing preferences or desires. For example, would if often used with like, prefer, or rather to express what someone wants or prefer. For example, I would like a cup of coffee, please. Would you prefer tea or juice? I would rather stay home tonight than go out. I would love to visit Japan. Okay.
Okay.
Making an ex polite request. It says, would you please close the door? Would you like some help with that? Will it be possible to reschedule our meeting? Very good. Also, like habits for the past to describe something that happened regularly in the past. Every summer, we will go to the beach. When I was a child, my grandmother would read me a story every night. He would often complain about the weather. But Alex, look at example four, okay? Okay. What, Alex, what would you do when you were, Alex, I don't know, 22 years old, Alex? What would you do, Alex, when you were 22? Here, Alex, remember, would is to express something or information, Alex, that was a habit for you in the past, okay? It's like to
Okay.
remember
Okay.
your old memories, okay, when you were 22 years old, Alex.
Yes.
But what would you do, Alex, when you were 22 years old, Alex?
Well, uh,
For example, Alex,
when
I can take it
I
again.
yes, yes,
Look at this. I'm going to the board, okay? Look at this. For example, like
yes,
when I was 22 years old, Alex, okay? There, Alex, okay. Okay, there, Alex, okay. When I
yes,
was, look at the model, okay? When I was, okay, 22 years old, okay, years old, I would travel from Jalapa City, okay, from Jalapa City to Veracruz City, okay, to Veracruz
yes,
City on weekends.
yes.
Why, Alex? Because when I was 22 years, Alex, I was studying my major in Jalapa. So every weekend, Alex, I will travel to Veracruz City to see my dad and my mom, okay? And for example, I will spend all weekend, okay, with my parents, okay?
Okay.
Ya que es importante, cuando conocemos Google, Alex, es que estamos recuperando información de nosotros, ¿ok? Que era un hábito en el pasado, ¿ok? que era
Yes.
un hábito quizás de nuestra infancia, de nuestra adolescencia, ¿no? Pues,
Yes.
Alex, what are you, Alex? What would you do, Alex, when you were, Alex, 22 years old, Alex?
When I was 22 years old, I would
Very good.
go um, to a Paris every Friday and and go to play soccer every Saturday. That was an interesting thing
Very
for
good,
me.
Alex.
Yeah, that
So, Alex, yes.
in that part of my life, I I would like um I would enjoy go to Paris, but also I was fit.
Very good. Ah, okay, okay, Alex. Alex, and did you go or would you go to Paris every Friday, Alex, or some Fridays?
No, every Friday, every Friday.
Excellent. Alex, and will you get
Yes,
drunk?
yes, there's maybe the 70% of the times,
Yeah, Alex, very good. Okay, excellent. So, Alex,
but
get drunk, okay, and the next day go and play soccer, okay?
yes, there's the party on Friday and the game on Saturday, and and when I go to play without sleep, uh, with Hanover, with
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
with healthy problems. I felt that 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 I play better than we sleep good.
Oh, really, Alex? So it was for you
Yes,
better to go and play,
yes,
I mean, under heavy conditions.
yes. For me, I don't know why, but I felt in that way.
Interesting, Alex. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Alex, and how long, Alex? How long will you do that in your life, Alex? Wait a minute. How
Sorry,
long
Mike.
will you do that? How long will you do
Uh-huh.
that in your life? How long will you do that in your life, Alex?
Like 3 years, I think, in the college.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but at the beginning, as I don't have money, obviously I couldn't go to Paris every week. But I start to work, and it was easier for me spend money in that.
Very good. Okay. Okay. Excellent, Alex. Interesting. Alex, that reminds me, Alex, of my elder stepbrother. I have a stepbrother from the side of my dad.
Yes.
His name is Jesus. Chucho, we call him Chucho, okay? Chucho, Alex, did the same. He will do the same like you. He didn't study. He never liked to study,
Yeah.
but he began to work when he was maybe, Alex, I don't know, 15 years old, 16 years old. He will work in
Okay.
a sugar factory, and he will do the
Okay.
same. Every Friday, and that he got money, he will go and drink. Okay, he will go to Paris. He will go.
Yeah.
Sometimes, something when I was living there in Veracruz, I used to tell him, Chucho, why do you spend your money, okay, on alcohol? Okay, why don't you spend on something else? But yes, Alex, you remind me, Alex, of my elder brother Chucho. Okay, very good, Alex. Very good. Okay, excellent,
I
Alex.
don't
Very
feel
good.
proud. I don't feel proud about it, but it was part of my student life.
Yes, Alex. Okay, exactly. Yes, it's like me, Alex. Okay, I don't feel proud, Alex, of wasting my time for so long. Okay, I should have finished my major, Alex, and immediately I should have continued to study a master or a doctoral. But no, Alex, I spent, I wasted like what, Alex, like I don't know, like 15 years of my life, okay, just working, Alex. And obviously, I took some
Yes.
courses, okay, about English and all that to be updated, but not like a formal education,
Yes.
like so. I don't be proud of that, Alex. Okay, me neither. Okay, me neither. Okay,
So, but for
very
example,
good, Alex.
I don't understand. Where did you work? Maybe, or where do you develop your profession in the most of your life? In the most part, in the
Good question,
major part
Alex.
of your
Yes, thank you, Alex. That's a good question. When I finished, Alex, my major in Veracruz, I studied at the University of Veracruz, and the
yes,
faculty was in Jalapa.
yes.
So I graduated from Universidad Veracruzana. I graduated in Jalapa. And my dream, Alex, was to live in Jalapa. Why? I never liked, Alex, I never liked Veracruz City because it was and it is super hot. Okay. And I don't like hot weather. I can't stand hot weather. Even I
Yes,
was born there, Alex,
yes.
but I don't like hot weather. So I finished my major, Alex. I started to, as anyone, as everybody, Alex, I started to look for a job. And I found some jobs in Jalapa, but the salary was really, really low. And like the payment was a pain in the neck. Okay, the salary. So
Okay.
after some time, Alex, I joined the Navy, the Mexican Navy in Veracruz, and I worked, Alex, for some time for the Heroic Naval Academy. There, Alex, I
But
was a military.
wait. Are you were you well? No, how do you were you be a student of the Navy, or only
I know,
you work for the Navy?
very good. I know, Alex, I only work for the Navy. I work for the Navy as an English teacher.
Oh, oh,
So I
perfect. That's a interesting fact, my do you didn't you haven't told me that you work with them, with the crazy soldiers of the Navy.
because you hadn't told me, you hadn't told it. No, Alex, but I only well, Alex, when I joined the Navy, Alex, I remember I was hired, as an English teacher, and I had to wear a
Okay.
uniform. Okay, the
Okay.
salary,
Yes.
Alex, as an English teacher was also very low. Alex, was a pain in the neck. The salary there, the salary was, Alex. I don't know. It was something like 5,000 pesos a month. 5,000 pesos monthly, Alex. But that money wasn't
Oh,
wasn't totally for me. Why? Because I had to invest on the uniforms. The uniforms were expensive. Alex. They didn't provide
yes.
the uniforms. Okay, I had to pay for the
Yes.
uniforms, and I lasted there, Alex. I lasted there like a year and a half. After that, Alex, I moved to Mexico City, looking for
Okay.
better job opportunities in Mexico City. I remember, Alex, my mother crying when I told her, I don't want to work for the Navy anymore. I want to go to
Yes.
Mexico City and see the opportunities there. My mother told me, Miguel, you are crazy because we don't have any relatives or friends in Mexico City for you to stay.
Okay.
So I told her, no,
Yes.
don't worry, okay, I will go anyway. So one day, Alex, I took my clothes, okay, I took my books, I took my degrees, and I arrived in Mexico City. And
Okay.
I had some money to rent an apartment and to start looking for jobs. There, Alex, in Mexico City, I was surprised, okay, because as an English teacher, there were many more job opportunities in the city, in companies, in
Yes.
schools, in academies, in universities.
Yes.
So that's why, Alex, I decided to stay in Mexico City. And I decided, Alex, to stay and never go back to Veracruz, just to visit my parents or to go on holiday, okay? But to live in Veracruz,
How
no.
many years did you live here in Mexico?
Okay, I Alex, because how long, I how long did you live in Mexico City? Okay, how long did you live in Mexico City? Well, Alex, I got married, Alex, with my wife 8 years ago. So I was in Mexico City, Alex, like I don't know, Alex, maybe let's say, Alex, 19 years, Alex, 19 years in Mexico City or 18 years in Mexico City. Mhm.
As-
And then
But and how did you finish in Hidalgo?
in Tizayuca, good question, Alex. I met my wife, Alex. My wife is called Noemi, and she was working, Alex. She was working in Puebla City. So
Okay,
I had once, Alex, I had a chance to travel to Puebla City, especially in Tezutlan City, and I met her at the bus station. She was there waiting for a taxi. It was a rainy day. It was dark at night. So I arrived at the bus station in Tezutlan, and I began to speak to her. And from that moment, Alex, I knew she would become my wife. Okay, so we started to go out. We started to date, Alex.
yes,
And in that
yes,
year, Alex, it was 7 years ago, Alex, that we got married. Okay, and
yes.
she's a elementary teacher for SEP. So I told her, why don't you try to move to Mexico City and come and live with me after getting married? She did the
Okay,
process. She passed all the filters to move to Mexico City. But in that time, Alex, well, some part of my life, Alex, I bought an apartment in Mexico City. Is
okay,
near Chabacano Avenue, near Chabacano Subway.
yes,
But this apartment, Alex, number
yes,
one, is very small. It is on the fifth floor. And for some reason, Alex, I don't know why, she began to have problems with her knees. She had problems to go up the stairs and go down the stairs with her knees. She started to have a lot of pain, Alex, on her knees. So I told her
okay,
maybe it's the apartment because she's on the fifth floor and the apartment doesn't have an elevator, so you have to use the stairs. Okay.
okay,
So I told her now I think it's a good idea to move to a house, not an apartment. We look for houses in Mexico City, Alex, but the houses in Mexico City are so expensive. Okay. Apartments are expensive
yes,
and even more expensive a house. So a friend told me about this place called Tizayuca, Hidalgo. So my wife and I came here to see the houses, to see the apartments. And here, like, the houses in that time, like 7 years ago, they were very cheap, okay? Very, very cheap. So that's why, Alexa, that's how we ended living in Tizayuca. Why? Because this house, Alex, was very small, okay? But she didn't have to use any stairs or to move into the house.
but did you find a job in Tisayuca or why? I sorry, Mike. I didn't catch why Tisayuca.
Number one, because it's very near to Mexico City, and she continues
Yes, yes,
working in Mexico City. She's about to retire. Like she needs to work like 3 more years, and she will be retired from
okay.
SEP Federal. So number one is the proximity with Mexico City.
Oh yeah,
Number
yeah,
two,
yeah. Perfect. Yes, 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 yes,
number two, Alex, housing here was even cheaper than
yes,
in
yes,
Agua or in Tecamac, no?
yes,
And here, Tesayuca City, Alex, is a very calm. If you see, it's a town. It's a very small town.
yes.
It's a very quiet town. In that time, Alex, 7 years
Okay,
ago, I also traveled from Tizayuca to Mexico City. I
okay,
have a main job. My main job, Alex, is for USA. Maybe
United States.
maybe you know the brand, Alex. USA.
Use.
USA makes USA produces, Alex, copper wires, todo lo de cobre, Alex, todo lo que es eléctrico,
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
colores, ¿no?
Yes.
In that time, Alex, they developed and they opened a new brand, a new
Okay.
branch, which is called USA Education.
Okay.
I began to work with them, Alex, in that time, so I had to travel to Mexico City. There, Alex, with them, with them, Alex, I am a project manager, an
Okay.
English project manager. Okay,
Perfect.
all for education, Alex. Okay, all for education in English. Okay, they have a software in English, so
Okay.
they sell the software to many schools. Okay, and many universities. So I had to commute from Tizayuca to Mexico City. It was for me very heavy, Alex, because I finished the activities at the office at 6 or 6:30 p.m.
Yes.
and the office was or is in Santa Fe.
Awesome.
Super deep in Santa Fe, Alex, but very deep, muy metido, very deep in Santa Fe, Alex. Okay. So from Santa Fe to Tizayuca, Alex, the first point was to get to Potrero subway. And then Potrero take the bus from Potrero to Tizayuca. In the end, Alex, I got home here every day around 10:30 p.m. Every day, Alex.
No, it wasn't life, Mike.
No, Alex, obviously, no, okay. Thanks God, Ale, thanks God, the pandemic came and the bosses at USA told us, you know, we are going to be working from home because of the pandemic. Number one, because they were forced by the pandemic.
Yes.
When the pandemic ended, Alex, they discovered that it was much better for them not to pay offices, not to pay electricity, not to pay internet,
Yes.
not to rent a place for us to be there. Okay, and they send us home. Okay, and from that time, Alex, I have been working from home.
God bless you. Bless- God bless the pandemic.
Yes, Alex. For my wife is different because she starts to work at 8 in the morning and she finishes at 1 p.m. So
Yes,
she
it's
gets here
easy.
like 3 or 4 p.m. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
But for me, Alex,
So you continue working by USA,
right?
and your wife